Hello and welcome to another edition of the Magento tutorial. In this tutorial we'd like to focus on the file folder structure, primarily for theming. This is part 3. This is also going to be on localhost, as the previous two parts were. Okay, the next step, what we want to do is have a look at the file folder structure. Okay, this is the Magento folder. Now there are two areas. There's the app area and there's the skin area. The app area is the secure area. In there you have all the theme folders that contain the layouts and the template files. In the other area is the skin area. And this is the less secure area, where you have the theme folder files, which are they match the folder files in the app folder, and in here you have the images and CSS and JavaScript files and favicons and different things for each specific theme. Now let's go. I'm going to go over to the app, the secure area, and I'm going to go to design and then front end. Okay, and in here you have the actual packages. Here's the base package. Let me try to talk about that package, because that's really important. That's the base fallback package. Let's see if I have something that I could have written that would help to describe the base folder. The base folder, the app design front-end base default folder, actually, because every package should have a default folder, and that's something that you have to kind of memorize. But the base package is no exception. It also has a default folder. Anyway, what it does, it contains all of the layout and template files necessary to support core Magento functionality. So that's something that that's a folder you definitely don't want to try not to alter, and you definitely don't want to erase. In the other side, in the less secure side, in the skin area, you again have the base package folder, and then you have the default folder. And this one contains some CSS and some very basic JavaScript files, which support core functionality. Of course, here, if you make any slightest change to your themes, of course you're going to have create new CSS files, new JavaScript files, which will overwrite all these, because these are the lowest level. They're the base level. Okay, now let's get to the next. I created some graphics to explain this a little bit. Okay, and these graphics will be posted on my blog posting that's relevant to this movie. So you'll find it there. If you find the movie, you're going to find these graphics, and you can download them and look at them and memorize them and kind of keep them around as a little bit of a cheat sheet. And just whenever you get lost, you can just look at them and say, oh, this is what's going on. Okay, excuse me. Okay, the base folder, there it is. The final fallback package interface folder there, and the default that's inside the base. Next, package interface theme, same thing. Each one has a theme folder in it. So the package, each time you create a new theme, it is wise to create a new package or interface. Interface is the old word for themes, for Magento, older versions of Magento. They used to call it interface, but now they've upgraded it to the word package. Now, in here you create your theme folders. Now, whenever you create a package folder, you always create a default folder. In the default folder, you put all your layouts, layout files, and your template files. And here you can create variations of the same theme. That'll be more clear when I switch over to the skin side. It'll be more obvious of what I'm talking about. This testing, this won't be in the default install of Magento. I just created a new theme called testing, and created a default folder, put all my layouts and my template files in there, and created a blank theme, which is actually part of the default install as well of Magento. And this is just a variation of these other themes. The thing is, the idea is behind it is the themes should be all identical, very similar, but with small variations. That's the philosophy, I think, behind this package interface theme setup in Magento. Okay, that'll be more obvious in the next slide. Wait a second. Let me minimize this one. And then I just pull up the next slide. This slide, you'll also find it in my blog. Okay, this is the skin side, the less secure side. Let's have the identical folders. Both, if you create a theme, you have them both sides. You have to create the identical folders with the package name and a default folder. See, that was a package name and a default folder. Package name, default folder. And so this will already be there. The base folder will always be there with its default folder, because it's the final fallback. Okay, now here it's a little bit more obvious what I was talking about. Here you have French, German, blue. These are all very similar themes. In the French folder there may be only one single file, which is a language file. Everything else falls back. I'm going to show you now what the fallback means. What I mean by fallback. Okay. Just arrange this on the screen. Alright. Okay. We can go into the app design new theme. Okay. New theme. Blank. Template, catalog, product, view. Let's say you have a shopping cart and you pull up the view for it, and the Magento will go and search for the shopping cart in your theme. Okay, this is the new theme, right? Blank. And it will look for the template folder, bang, right there, and it will say, oh, it's not there. You never created a template folder. So it will say, okay, that's fine. It'll go into the next level. So it'll go here, and it'll go into the default folder. Remember, we said default folder mandatory for every new package you create. New theme package. See, that's where I'm in the new theme. Default, template, catalog. Oh, default, missing again. Again, the template folder is missing. Let's go have another look. So, what's the next one? App, design, front end, base. Okay, it goes all the way to the base. Okay, front end, base, default, template, catalog, product, view. There it is. That's how the fallback system works. And if you had removed that view out of the base folder, which you should never do, you just leave the base folder as it is. If you had removed it, then you'd get an exception error. Magento would throw an error and say, wait, that we can't continue creating this theme. That file is missing, right? But the base folder you actually never want to alter. Okay, that's basically it. That's just a very brief introduction into this tutorial. The file folder structure is going to actually be in two parts. I only have a window, and I only have 10 minutes, so I have to hurry a little bit. One more very important thing that I've noticed when you come into the design. Oops, it logged me out. Okay, one very important thing which seems to be a kind of an anomaly. Okay, and to add design change, and I selected design, anyone that I'm not already using right now. I'll select a modern and save. You get your design changed for the specified store and the text with another one. Please specify another date range. That's just an anomaly that hasn't been fixed, a bug that has been going on for some 2 years, and this is, I'm going to show you how to solve it quickly. Just hit the back button. You come and select your previous one. You just click on that, You click there on your previous theme, and that's it. You're clear. So you see from here, you can then now switch over to the other theme and then hit save. That's an anomaly. That just I'm not quite sure why it does that, but it does. And now if I check here and refresh, it will have switched to the modern theme. See, and it works again. And that's it. Okay. Okay, that's it. That's all we have time for in this tutorial. Like I said, all those graphics will be on my blog, so you can look them over. I'll have put a couple of hints and tips on my blog, so you can look that over and try to understand what the basic setup is in Magento. Thanks a lot. See you on the next episode. Bye.